Hello friends, my name is Ramasu. Today we shall discuss about topic the purpose and goals of a sprint review meeting. Friend, today's topic is very interesting, especially if you have interest in project management, Scrum framework and software development. So let's start, friend. First of all, we have to understand that what is a sprint review. Friend, sprint review is a meeting or event occurred in the Scrum framework. Scrum framework is basically an approach of project management for software development in which we basically divide the work of project into multiple chunks, that is called a sprint, and with each sprint we plan, develop, test and deploy and complete the work. Now sprint is basically a 3 to 4 week time period which is focused on the collaboration, on the adaptive approach, and in which we basically take the set of items, set of features from the product backlog and deliver the work to the customer. Now a sprint review is basically a meeting in which basically once the sprint completed we have we have some deliverable. That means, for example, you are working on e-commerce solution and you have completed a 3 to 4 week time period of sprint, and now you have a working functionality of the sign up, for example. So you will review, you will demonstrate or the work which has been completed to the stakeholders like product owner, customer, business, and get their feedback. So basically it is an approach during the sprint, gather feedback from stakeholders and collaboratively plan the next steps. So now today we shall discuss the purpose and goals of a sprint review. First we shall discuss about the purpose of the sprint review. First purpose is the inspect the increment. That means the work which has been completed during this sprint, that is called as product increment. Okay, so this is called as a concept of product increment. This product increment will allow Scrum team and stakeholders to evaluate the work completed and assess whether it meets the definition of done as well. Here remember friend one thing, once the sprint is completed we have a product increment. That means the feature, like set of features which has been completed during the sprint, that is called as product increment. Product increment include the work which has been completed in the previous sprint as well. Okay, and we have to see whether the product increment meets the definition of done. Definition of done means that the criteria at which the requirements shall be considered as completed or not. Then adopt the product backlog means that the team and the stakeholder can adopt the product backlog. Product backlog is a set of feature sets which needs to be developed for a product. This includes reprioritizing the feature sets, adding new requirements or adjusting the scope based on the feedback and changing priorities. Feedback which has been received during the sprint review session, and maybe there can be change in the priorities as well during the sprint review session. Then collect the stakeholder feedback means during sprint review meeting we gather the stakeholder feedback, like it is an opportunity as well for stakeholders to see the product increment and provide functionality feedback. Basically during the sprint review meeting stakeholders see the working functionality, working software, so it is easier for them to give their feedback. This feedback is valuable for refining and enhancing the product to better meet business needs as well. Collaboration and transparency. The event sprint review meeting promotes collaboration and transparency between the Scrum team and the stakeholders including product owner and the business team as well. It fosters an environment where all parties have a shared understanding of the product progress and future direction as well. So basically it is a transparent session, it is a collaborative session in which team is openly discussing the things and openly basically providing you the feedback, and it will easier for you to understand and collaborate with each other as well. Celebrate the achievements means once the sprint completed successfully, so you can celebrate the accomplishments, and this helps boost the team morale and reinforces a positive and a collaborative working culture as well. Here it is very important friend, once the sprint completed successfully you should have to celebrate the things as well. Customer satisfaction means that by involving stakeholders in the review process, the team gains insight into customer satisfaction and expectations. Here, remember friend, when the team, when the especially customers see a working software which is integrated with third party softwares as well, with databases as well, and it's working, it will definitely improve the satisfaction level of customer confidence will also increase, and customer satisfaction is also a peace of mind for the Scrum development team as well. Now the goals of the sprint review. First one is to demonstrate the product increment. The goal basically here friend, that once the sprint completed, the Scrum development team demonstrate the feature set which has been completed, that is called as the product increment. This provides stakeholder with a tangible representation of the work accomplished. It is very important friend that what work has been completed, it should have to be demonstrated to the product owner, and especially to the customer and business as well. Verify and validate means that the customer, especially the stakeholders, they will verify the increments meets their expectations and requirements or not. Validation is crucial to ensure that the product increment aligns with the overall vision and goals of the project here as well. Then feedback collection means that actively gather feedback from stakeholders on demonstrated increment. This feedback helps identify improvement, potential adjustment in areas that need further attention in subsequent sprints as well. So it is a way or to collect the feedback from customer as well, from the business team as well. Review and adopt the product backlog means friend, whatever the feedback we are receiving from the sprint review session, so in the light of the sprint review session, the team and the stakeholders collaboratively decide on adjustments to the backlog based on the feedback received and the evolving understanding of product requirements as well. Then discuss and resolve issues. Here friend, whatever the issues are there in the sprint review session, like it should have to be discussed and properly try to find the resolutions as well. This could involve addressing technical debt, clarifying requirements, or finding solutions to impediments as well. Align on next steps means based on the feedback and insights gained during the sprint review session, the team and stakeholders align on the next steps. This includes planning for the upcoming sprint, making adjustments to the product backlog, and setting priorities for future work as well. Here friend, this is very important that if you have a good sprint review session, so which is successfully completed, so it will become a good baseline for the next sprint as well. Then prepare for retrospective means the sprint review sets the stage for the sprint retrospective, providing the team with valuable input and observations that can be further discussed during the retrospective to improve team process as well. So friend, sprint review serves as a critical checkpoint for the Scrum team and the stakeholders to collaboratively assess progress, gather feedback, and adopt the product backlog. It contributes to transparency, continuous improvement, and the overall success of the project by ensuring that the product increment aligns with the stakeholder expectations and business goals.